Hello people, Fisaya here. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel I talk about faith, lifestyle. I also review books and magazines. Hope you are doing well. So just a quick one. I've had a lot of requests about Swiss school and British school. If you don't know, we moved here from the UK about 4 years ago now, and I know I've done a bit of videos here and there, but not a thorough video, and I hope to do more as the Lord gives me the grace and I'm able to maybe explain a bit more and understand the system a bit more. I wouldn't say I haven't really understood the system, it's just kind of a slow one because one, we speak, so I live in Zurich and we speak German here. So the part of Switzerland I live in speak German. The other part of Switzerland, some people speak French, some people speak Italian, and there's a very small minority who speak Romansh, which is kind of a native original language, as I understood it. I'm sure you can also Google all of these things, they are all available online. Just a quick one. First things first, the school, just a quick walk. If you look at the video, I'm just walking around the school, and the school is not gated. Gated in the sense that you don't have gates around it. So now I worked in a UK school for over a decade, and I've worked in different schools, some in London, some in Kent, and I see a lot of differences. But one thing that was similar to those schools is the fact that they had gates, they had security, so they had like the site managers, like people who are in charge of the school. But here in the Swiss school, as you can see, there are no gates. The children come to school with bikes or scooters. They walk to school. In fact, as young as 4-year-old walk to school on their own by themselves. Of course, sometimes parents will walk them down, but honestly, they don't have to. The other thing that was a shock for me was the fact that these children come back home. The teachers don't just let them out unless you've given specific instruction that they should be kept. In school, maybe there's nobody at home or for any reason, but the teacher lets them out at 12. In fact, sometimes they let them out a bit earlier, and then the children come home for lunch. They have about 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes excuse me, for lunch before they head back to school. So that was another change for me. And then of course, once they have the afternoon sessions, they come back home at the end of school. And I also noticed that if you're in kindergarten, so kindergarten between 4 and 5, you can choose to let your child redo the kindergarten session because you feel they're not ready. So like in the UK, ready or not, here I come. You're moving to the next class. But in Switzerland, you can decide, you can choose you're not ready. I'm sure maybe it's different in other cantons, but where I live, you can actually talk to the teacher that, come on, my child is not ready yet. Can he or she repeat? Or maybe they don't say repeat, but just go through that class again. Another thing is that they don't have schools every day. They don't have the an old school day, like they call it tag, like an old day school, more or less. So like if you're in kindergarten 2, or you're in first grade or second grade, even up until sixth grade, Wednesdays are always free. Even up until secondary, Wednesdays are always free. There is no school on Wednesday afternoon. They go in the morning. Sometimes they get there 7:30 for the older ones. For the younger ones, they get there around 8:15, and they start. They should be settled in class by 8:20 because they have to change shoes. That was another thing. So your indoor shoes, you have indoor shoes, you have outdoor shoes. So you wear your outdoor shoes to school, and then before you get into school, you wear your indoor shoes. Okay. So I mean, I love it. I love the cleanliness aspect, and I also get the point that some people come to school maybe with muddy shoes and they have to swap them. Okay. So I also see the languages they teach here. Like I said, I live in Zurich, and of course they teach German, but the children among themselves speak Swiss German. So Swiss German is kind of a watered down type of German, more or less. I don't know how to explain it to you. But the High German is the same one they speak in Germany. Although one of my German friends thinks that it's not all the same words all the time, that is a slight difference, you know. But of course, High German and then Swiss German. And then they also have French, they teach them French, and they also teach English, I think, from grade 4 or also. So I also see that it's very open. There is no, and I mean, for me, I see that where I live anyway, I'm very blessed about it. I think I'll do more. Watch out for part 2.